Have your legs been feeling a little slower lately? Maybe it takes more effort to climb stairs, or standing up from your favorite chair isn't as easy as it once was. If that sounds familiar, please know this. You're not alone. And more importantly, this isn't just about aging. There's something else going on, something you can change. Because sometimes the habits we believe are helping us, like eating fruits we've trusted our whole lives, might quietly be working against us. Yes, even certain fruits can slowly drain your strength, stiffen your joints, and cause the kind of leg discomfort you've chalked up to just getting older. But here's the good news. Once you know which fruits to avoid and which ones to choose instead, your legs can feel lighter, steadier, and stronger again. So stay with me through to the end, because this might be the most important change you make for your health this year. And while we're here together, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. Our Ageless Motion family is growing around the world, and we'd love to hear from you. Thumbs up if you care about staying strong, independent, and mobile. Please give this video a like, subscribe, and tap the bell. You're not just watching a video. You're joining a movement to age with strength and grace. Let's start with fruit number 1, pineapple. Tropical, juicy, refreshing. It's the kind of fruit that feels like sunshine on your plate. And for years, you've probably heard it praised for helping inflammation, thanks to something called bromelain, a natural enzyme found in the fruit. But here's the gentle warning. For older adults, pineapple may be doing the exact opposite of what you think. You see, as we age, our blood vessels become more sensitive, and pineapple is naturally high in both acid and natural sugars. That combination can quietly irritate aging joints and send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. This matters more than most people realize, because when blood sugar spikes too fast, it affects circulation to your legs, leading to swelling, discomfort, and a heavy, tired feeling in your knees or ankles even after a short walk. And acidity? It can worsen existing inflammation, especially if you deal with arthritis or joint pain. You might notice a dull ache that lingers or a subtle burning in your knees, hips, or feet that wasn't there before. There's something else too. If you're on blood thinners or certain medications, pineapple's enzyme can interact with them, quietly changing how the medicine works in your body, without any obvious warning signs. Now, this doesn't mean pineapple is bad for everyone, but for seniors, especially those noticing leg pain, swelling, or stiffness, it might be time to rethink how often it's showing up on your plate. Your legs might just thank you for it. Let's move on to fruit number 2, the banana. It's soft, sweet, and comforting. For many, it's the go-to fruit for energy, muscle support, or just something quick and filling in the morning. You've probably been told for years that bananas are good for your muscles and full of potassium to prevent cramps. And that's partly true. But as we get older, what our bodies need and how they react can shift in subtle but important ways. You see, bananas are also packed with natural sugar and fast-digesting carbohydrates. In a younger body, that may not be a problem. But in a senior body, where insulin sensitivity has changed and metabolism has slowed, that same banana can lead to a rapid spike in blood sugar. And when blood sugar rises too quickly, the body responds with inflammation and poor circulation, especially in areas that are already under strain, like the legs, knees, and ankles. You may notice that after eating a banana, your legs feel tired, or maybe they feel heavier than usual when you try to walk upstairs. Some people feel soreness that wasn't there before. Others notice swelling around the feet and ankles that seems to come out of nowhere. And there's something else many people don't realize. Bananas can also lead to water retention, especially in older adults managing high blood pressure or heart concerns. That extra fluid can settle into your lower body and contribute to that stiff, puffy feeling that makes movement harder than it should be. The tricky part is that bananas don't cause a sudden, obvious problem. Instead, the effects can build up slowly over time. A banana a day may feel harmless, but if your legs have been aching more lately, or if you feel unusually tired after meals, it could be one piece of the puzzle. Now, this doesn't mean you can never enjoy bananas again, but it does mean we have to listen closely to how our bodies respond, especially after 60. Sometimes, even the fruits we trust the most may need to be eaten with more awareness and intention. And that's what this journey is all about Simple shifts made with love and wisdom that help you feel better day by day. If this gave you something to think about, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you noticed any changes in how you feel after eating certain fruits? If you're finding this helpful, give this video a like, subscribe to Ageless Motion, and tap the bell so you never miss another tip to help you stay strong, steady, and supported. Now, let's talk about fruit number 3, grapes. They're tiny, juicy, and almost too easy to love. A handful here, a few more there. Grapes feel like the perfect little snack. They're light, refreshing, and full of antioxidants. For years, we've heard they're good for the heart and easy on the stomach. But there's a side to grapes that most people, especially older adults, never hear about. A side that quietly affects your joints, your legs, and your overall mobility. You see, grapes are naturally high in fructose, a form of sugar that's processed differently than glucose. When we're younger, the body handles fructose more efficiently. But as we age, especially past 60, our liver begins to slow down. That same fructose is now more likely to be converted into fat, and something else you may have heard of, uric acid. Uric acid, when it builds up, doesn't just disappear. It settles into the joints, especially the small, sensitive ones. For many seniors, that means sudden stiffness in the knees, a burning sensation in the big toe, or a deep, aching discomfort in the ankles and calves that seems to come and go without warning. And because grapes are so small, it's incredibly easy to eat far more than we think. You don't feel full after a few. You just keep reaching for more, thinking, it's fruit, it's healthy. But each handful adds up, and over time, the sugar accumulates. That buildup can trigger low-grade inflammation that slowly makes it harder to walk, climb stairs, or even stand comfortably. It's not that grapes are evil, but they are sneaky. They look so innocent, and they go down so easily. Yet behind the sweetness, they could be adding to the soreness in your joints and the tightness in your legs. If you've ever felt unexplained leg stiffness, especially after snacking on fruit, or you experience that odd pain in your toe at night, it might be worth taking a break from grapes for a while and seeing how your body responds. Because the smallest changes can bring the biggest relief. And remember, you're not giving up sweetness. You're giving your legs a little more room to breathe, to move, to feel free again. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts below. Have you noticed a difference after eating grapes? We're all here to learn from each other. And if you're finding value in this video, please like it, subscribe, and turn on the bell. You're not just helping yourself. You're helping build a community where seniors grow stronger together. Now, here's one that might surprise you. Fruit number 4 is watermelon. Light, juicy, hydrating. It's the symbol of summer and feels like one of the safest fruits you can eat. Most people see it as harmless. After all, it's mostly water, right? But don't let that refreshing bite fool you. Watermelon carries something your body may be responding to quietly, a high glycemic index. That means even though it tastes light, it acts more like sugar once it's inside your body, especially if you're over 60. As we age, our insulin response slows down, and our blood sugar becomes harder to regulate. Watermelon, despite being mostly water, can raise your blood sugar almost as fast as candy. That quick spike may not seem like a big deal in the moment, but it has consequences. You may notice subtle signs, legs that feel heavy after eating, swelling around your ankles in the evening, a strange, dragging fatigue in your calves after just a short walk. These signs can build over time. And for many seniors, they're brushed off as just age, when in reality, it's the body asking for a bit more support and less stress. There's another thing about watermelon. It's so enjoyable that it's easy to eat in large amounts. One slice turns into 2, then 3, and before you know it, your blood sugar has been pushed too far, too fast. And when that becomes a pattern, your legs and joints may start to pay the price. Watermelon isn't all bad. But for aging bodies, especially those dealing with leg fatigue, circulation issues, or chronic swelling, it may not be the cooling comfort it once seemed to be. So the next time you enjoy it, take a moment to notice how your body feels afterward. Are your ankles tighter? Do your legs feel slower? That feedback matters. Your body is wise. It's always speaking. We just have to learn to listen. And here's something fun. Let's get to know each other better. What's your favorite fruit right now? Is it one we've talked about? Or maybe one that makes your legs feel stronger, not weaker? Share it with us in the comments. You might just help someone else make a better choice, too. And if this video has been helpful so far, give it a quick like. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss another tip that supports your strength, your movement, and your independence. We're in this together, and your legs are worth protecting. Let's talk about fruit number 5, the orange. Bright, fresh, and bursting with vitamin C. This fruit has long been seen as a symbol of health. It's often one of the first things people reach for when they're feeling under the weather or trying to boost their immune system. But for aging bodies, especially for those with joint pain, oranges may not be as friendly as they seem. Here's why. Oranges are rich in something called citric acid, and while that acidity gives the fruit its tangy flavor, it can also irritate the sensitive tissues in your joints. This is especially true if you're already dealing with stiffness, arthritis, or inflammation in your knees, hips, or ankles. You might notice that your legs feel stiff when you wake up, or that your hips ache after sitting for a while. You might even feel a dull pain in your knees that comes and goes throughout the day. And while it's easy to blame age, your daily glass of orange juice could be quietly contributing to it. The acidity in oranges can build up in the body over time, especially if you're drinking juice every morning or regularly snacking on citrus. And paired with the fruit's natural sugar, it can cause even more inflammation, something aging joints simply don't need. It's not about fear, and it's certainly not about cutting out everything you love. It's about awareness, about listening to what your body is trying to tell you. Many seniors are surprised to learn that a fruit they've trusted their whole lives, something that's always been seen as healthy, could be playing a small role in their daily discomfort. But once you make that connection, something powerful happens. You start to feel more in control. You start making small, thoughtful changes that reduce pain instead of adding to it. And that's how you begin to reclaim your strength, one choice at a time. So if you've been waking up stiff or noticing new aches in your hips or legs, try taking a short break from oranges or orange juice. Give your body a few days and pay attention to how you feel. The difference might be more noticeable than you think, and we'd love to hear from you. Do you drink orange juice often? Have you noticed how your body feels afterward? Share your experience in the comments below. Let's take a closer look at fruit number 6, the green apple. It's crisp, refreshing, and often seen as a smart, healthier choice. Less sugary than its red cousin, it's the apple many seniors reach for when trying to eat clean or cut back on sweetness. At first glance, it seems like the perfect fruit, natural, low in calories, easy to digest. But there's more going on beneath the surface, especially for those over 60. You see, green apples contain something called malic acid. It's what gives them that signature sourness. And while malic acid can be helpful in certain ways, it's even used in supplements. It can quietly cause issues for aging bodies when consumed regularly in fruit form. As we grow older, our digestive system becomes more sensitive. Our joints, too, begin to respond differently to things they once handled without complaint. Malic acid, though naturally occurring, can irritate tissues in the body, particularly joint tissues that are already inflamed or worn down by arthritis, stiffness, or years of use. You may have noticed it yourself. A dull ache in the thighs, a tightness in the knees that wasn't there before, a strange burning sensation in your feet or calves. Not sharp pain, but more like discomfort that lingers, and it doesn't always appear right after eating. Sometimes it builds gradually, over weeks or even months of repeated exposure to foods that your body is now struggling to process quietly. On top of that, green apples, despite being tart, still contain natural sugars. And for older adults with a slower metabolism, those sugars don't move through the system as quickly. They can trigger subtle blood sugar fluctuations that lead to inflammation, water retention, or that familiar heavy feeling in the legs. The real challenge is that green apples don't feel like they could do any harm. They're small, raw, natural. They don't feel like a treat. They feel like a good decision. And often they are, but only if your body is tolerating them well. If you've been dealing with unexplained soreness, leg fatigue, or stiffness that seems to be getting worse, not just from activity, But from everyday life, this might be something worth considering. A fruit that once worked for your body might not be working in quite the same way anymore. Sometimes it's not about dramatic changes. It's about slowing down and paying attention, about asking gentle questions like, how do I feel after I eat this? Or, does this still serve me the way it used to? Your body is wiser now, and with a little observation, it may quietly show you exactly what it needs. Let's talk about fruit number 7, mango, ripe, golden, and luxuriously sweet. Mangoes feel like nature's dessert. For many, they bring back memories of warm seasons, joyful family meals, or moments of simple comfort. There's something about the softness and scent of a mango that feels healing. But for seniors, especially those facing leg fatigue, joint pain, or circulation concerns, this beloved fruit may not be as harmless as it appears. Mangoes are incredibly rich in natural sugar. In fact, they're among the sweetest fruits available. While natural sugar sounds better than processed sugar, your body still processes as glucose, and that matters more than ever as we age. After 60, the body becomes more sensitive to sugar spikes. The pancreas may not respond as quickly with insulin. Circulation slows and inflammation becomes more common. When you eat a mango, that large dose of natural sugar can cause your blood sugar to rise rapidly and then crash shortly after. During those swings, something subtle but serious can begin to take shape in the body. You might feel it as a creeping heaviness in the legs, the tightness in your knees when standing up, swelling in your ankles by evening, or a burning sensation in the feet that makes rest feel uncomfortable. For some, it's a tingling that won't quite go away. For others, it's that sense of overall exhaustion that arrives after meals instead of energy. And because mangoes are soft and light, they're easy to overeat, especially when blended into smoothies or eaten in chunks. But even one large mango can deliver a sugar load that overwhelms aging blood vessels, especially those responsible for feeding the muscles in your legs and feet. Over time, the inflammation created by that sugar can begin to damage joint tissues and make movements that were once simple, like walking upstairs, standing from a chair, or taking a morning stroll, feel harder than they should. It doesn't mean mangoes are bad. They are natural. They are full of vitamins. And for some people, they may be just fine in small amounts. But for a body that is already managing inflammation, nerve sensitivity, or circulation issues, mango might not be the sweet companion it used to be. And sometimes, realizing that is powerful, not because it means giving up food you love, but because it shows how deeply connected your choices are to how you feel. With that understanding, you can make small changes, gentle ones, that help your legs feel lighter, your joints more at ease, and your days a little more comfortable. Because aging isn't about restriction. It's about noticing what your body is asking for now and responding with care. Your body has carried you through so much. And while aging brings changes, it also brings wisdom, especially the wisdom to choose what truly supports your strength, comfort, and independence. Some fruits may quietly slow you down, but others can lift you up, helping you move with ease, rest with less pain, and wake up feeling just a little stronger each day. It's not about being perfect. It's about being kind to yourself. And sometimes that begins with something as simple as what's on your plate. Balloon, tell us in the comments, what change are you ready to make today? Or what's one fruit that makes your body feel better, not worse? Thumbs up video helped you see things differently. Give it a like. Bell subscribe to Ageless Motion and turn on notifications so you never miss a gentle tip that supports your journey to stronger legs and better days. You're not alone, and we're here to walk this path with you. Stay steady, stay hopeful, and stay moving.